Hi Reddit. Alright, this is User JB Tug. I mentioned I had armor, and I'm going to show you why, even if you do have a Tensor's floating disk, and you want to have a player who wants to stealth on it, there's a little bit more that goes into it. The armor that I'm going to be wearing is hardened leather. This has been, for all intents and purposes, boiled with water. It's really been oven baked with water, but it actually is very, very hard. It probably has about a hardness of wood. This is real leather, and it's incredibly, incredibly durable and very difficult to get into. I mentioned in the post that I am about a 20-year veteran for medieval reenactment. The medieval reenactment that I'm currently involved in is called Amtgard. If you're interested in medieval reenactment, it's cool. You should go check it out. The armor I use is skirt. So we're going to go ahead and put the skirt on. Inside the skirt, it's got about 20 or 30 metal plates to give a little bit more support in addition to everything else. You'll notice the skirt is really soft, but as you can hear, you can already start to hear, I've only got the chest on and I've only got the skirt on, you can start to hear the creaking noise from the armor itself. And the more I put on, the louder it's going to get. Now I'm probably, we're going to take a break here, and I'm going to have my wife, who's running the camera, help me put on the shoulder pads. Alright Reddit, I'm back, and as you can tell, I've gotten a bit more of the armor on. My wife has been gracious enough to help me. Listening to me, you can now start to hear all the different straps making noise as it squeaks against the other thing. And yes, this would go down a little bit with wear over time, but really not that much. The suit of armor is about a year and a half, 2 years old, and it is still creaky. I mentioned on the forum that I was given the title of Master Assassin. I had to earn that. It was worth it. I'm not going to wear boots with this because it's almost 10 o'clock at night and I don't want to. Now, I mentioned that I'm just going to do one strap on the legs. So, I'm wearing the fabric I am underneath the armor because it's soft enough, and eventually your player in the group is going to say, oh, but I'll just wear undergarments that are going to be soft and quieter. And I've done that. These are pretty darn soft, pretty quiet. I mentioned that, like, doing whatever you're going to do, it's going to make a ton of noise. So I'm going to stop talking, and I'm going to do the following actions. I told you rubbing your nose is going to take a lot of, it's going to make noise. Breathing also makes a lot of noise. And I'll move my body in different places, probably even jump. I don't know, it's 10. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so now we're just going to listen to the armor. Scratching the wazoo, I mentioned that. And now I'm actually going to try to be absolutely quiet and still breathe. It's about as long as I can go. I have to do really shallow breaths. Your player is also probably going to mention, oh, I'll just put on a cloak. So conveniently, I have a cloak, and we're going to go ahead and put it on. And we're going to try to cover up or muffle as much of the noise as humanly possible. Because I'm human. Sorry, I can't do this as an elf or any other race. You'll just have to deal. Oh, that awkward moment you try to put a cloak on camera. Okay, so I'm going to draw the cloak close around me. I'm going to try to be as quiet as I can. It's a bit quieter. And then the main thing that they said was, instead of Tenser's floating disc, he's just going to lie there, right? So I'm going to pull the cloak tight around me, and I'm going to lay down on our ottoman, which is a terrible Tenser's floating disc, but probably near the right size. So we're going to go ahead. Pull me, wizard. Yep, this is uncomfortable. Yeah, it's still noisy. It's a lot less noisy with the cloak on. Maybe it's just me. I can hear it really well. Mm-hmm. And my wife can hear it really easily. How well can you hear this 20 feet away? I don't know. And I'm not going to find out. Anyway. This is the armor test to argue against stupid players about Tenser's floating disc. As a GM, I salute you. Good luck. Hope this helps.